Good morning, America and Australia. Good evening, Europe and Africa. Good night, Asia. I'm very glad to welcome you at the Unicorn Cup Finals. You're just in the right place if you want to see the best startups in the world, to meet the extraordinary investors. Wait for us to start. I already see lots of people in the audience. Many more will be plugging in as we go on. But before we start, let's see a short video that will tell about us in a nutshell. Can we have video, please? Sorry, we are broadcasting to we are live and broadcasting to the whole world. My name is Anna Fedorova and I am CEO of Unicorn.Events. Truly extraordinary, the world's largest startup pitch contest by geography and the number of the events held already. Welcome to the Unicorn Cup Finals, where a world of investors meets extraordinary startups. And we are grateful to our sponsors who made it all possible. Excuse me, yes. Network VC Syndicate Fund is a management company of our global ecosystem and main center of our venture activities. Being a Ukrainian, it's an honor for me to announce that Network VC has created a special fund to invest into Ukrainian startups. So please follow the link to support this initiative. Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, where the hottest deals for business angels are made. If you want to invest into startups that win our unicorn battles together with other VCs and business angels, scan this QR code or go to our event page and join us to participate in great deals. Startup Inc. for small tech investors from all over the world. Follow the link to seize great opportunities. Thank you very, very much for supporting us through this season. And today, finally, we all had gathered together after going over a huge number of startup applications from all the continents. You will see best of the best pitch live at our amazing events. They had pitched at the first batch, but this batch is final. Startups, you can correct whatever you need to correct to win this battle. Because we are today will witness the winners of preliminary unicorn battles that got the highest scores from all our judges, have the honor to represent their regions. Meet contestants from all over the world, the USA, Ukraine, Luxembourg, Colombia, Indonesia, Argentina, Turkey, India, Uganda, Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, Poland, United Arab Emirates, and Singapore. This amazing event is brought to you by us, Unicorn.Events. We are the world's largest pitch competition where successful startups that have a potential to become unicorns pitch to private investors and venture funds. We started our events back in 2009 and do them on regular basis all over the world, online and offline. Join us to see the best innovations and meet great personalities. Unicorn.Events really help startups to fundraise, succeed, and become leaders in their industry. And I hope the next season will bring us many more exciting news, exciting startups, wonderful investors, because starting September, we will be doing industry focus season. Everything you like, AI, fintech, health tech, biotech, choose your favorite startups. Apply right now. So you'll have time to fill in the application, and judges, investors, business angels, guests, everyone is welcome. Go to our event pages and fill in the application. And we will see you online starting September. And of course, we haven't been able to do those amazing events without the help of our partners. We travel all over the world, scanning small and big ecosystems, and really, really thankful to all the partners that are in this journey with us. Check out these amazing people. They know everything about startups, investors, business angels, and of course, we welcome new partners to our family. So if you're leading startup or VC community and would like to do business with us, please contact us directly. We'll talk about it. Thank you, partners. Welcome new partners, and let's explore synergies. Our events are live and we are broadcasting all over the world via social media. So please subscribe to our channels not to miss any unicorns. And for many, many more startups and investors be able to see you. And I am done with a short presentation, and I am very glad to introduce you to CEO of Unicorn.Events, Julia Osalenko, and event manager for American and partly European region, Mary. And she's also Chief Partnership Officer for Unicorn.Events. Those great girls, you know them, you had seen them. They're together with me doing this Unicorn Cup final second batch. Girls, welcome.
Hello, everyone. We are here today for the Unicorn Cup Spring Season 2022, where the best regional startups are pitching live, and we are broadcasting all over the world. Please share the links within your network so everyone could see us online. And we are very excited about our partnerships, and I just want to let you all know about these wonderful companies. These media partners supporting our today's event, and who are they? GSD Venture Studios, Founder Institute, MIT Enterprise Forum for Central and Eastern Europe, M7 Healthcare Accelerator, Greencubator, Proyecto Apasionadas, Firma D, Startup Grind for Quokka. Thank you very much. Before we'll start the pitching competition, let's go to know who our judges of today's best and who will evaluate and choose today's winner. Please greet our honored judges, and dear judges, please introduce yourselves, fund you represent, and pointing out the industry, check size, state, geographical location of startups you invest in. And firstly, we always greet our official judges. Anna, be so kind to introduce them.
My pleasure, Mary. And first of all, I would like to remind you how our competition is built. We are selecting the startup that has the most investment potential, and everyone can vote. We have 4 categories that can vote: guests, business angels, judges, expert board, and official judges. Official judges are people who represent not only venture fund, accelerator, or corporation, but also a country. And we will meet them personally, and then after the competition is over, I will talk a little bit with our official judges to find out who were their favorites and what feedback can they get. And the winner is just a mathematical sum of each category, who gets the most score. So let's start with our official judges, and please meet one and only Alexander Soroka. He is head of our ecosystem and CEO of Network VC. Hello, Alexander from sunny California.
Hello, and I'm really glad to be here, and I'm really grateful to our team that in spite of such a hard circumstances could finish this season, and today we have a final. Talking about our VC, we invest usually in late seed round A stages. We are industry agnostic. Our checks are up to 1 million. And so, yes, we are glad to be here today.
Oh, we are so glad, Alexander, that you are glad. And thank you for coming. And yes, my boys and girls are the best ones. I love them dearly. And please welcome official judge representing Canada, Kelly Luo. Kelly is a founder and investor at Mans International. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Thanks to Alexander and Maria for inviting me. So glad to see so many familiar faces. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly Luo, founder and investor of Mans International based in Toronto, Canada. We're interested in B2B technology companies with artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and advanced materials in the manufacturing, smart living, and medical sector. So good luck to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly, for being with us. And please welcome official judge representing the USA, Jim Thomas. He is partner at Kirinaga Partners. Jim, so glad to see you in the World Finals.
So glad to be with you guys again, and thank you for this important work that you do. So many technologies today can and should be adopted on a global basis, and the fact that you bring this global community together is just fantastic. We have been in the venture space for a good while now. Really love to invest, and there's not enough money in pre-revenue early tech companies, and so many traditional investors just won't get in at that stage. But that is, as we all know, that is the valley of death, and that's when our entrepreneurs on a global basis need the most help, not the least help. So really appreciate what you guys do. Our average check size coming in is usually around $500,000. We go up to 3, 4, 5 million on that on those early seed rounds, and then we call it seed to success. We want to see our folks go through seed, go through A, go through B, and if there's an exit opportunity at that point, it's great. We also like to invest in companies that whose technology is making the planet a better place, and that's kind of our base thesis. So great to be with you guys.
Great to have you, Jim. And please welcome John Kohira Maribaka representing Japan. John, Director of Startup Grind Fukuoka, founder and CEO of Silicon Valley Ventures. Hello, Crazy John.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Anna, for inviting me. My name is Crazy John from Japan. Actually, surprising, it's 1 a.m. I'm still awake to watch and meet all of you. Hope your families, friends staying safe, happy, healthy, and crazy with love. So representing Japan, and I'm founding now Startup Grind Nagoya as well. So as Startup Grind Fukuoka. So Japan is booming for startups, and I'm also representing and advising 3 venture capitals right now, focusing on deep tech and medtech, and starting a new kind of acceleration program called Exponential Technology Partners. We partnership with 12 VCs from around the world. Most of you, are welcome to join us. So best luck today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, John. And please meet Albena Todorova, a wonderful woman representing Bulgaria. Albena is a venture partner with Rubber Ventures and a rockstar agri-food mentor. Hello, Albena.
Hi, Anna. Nice to see you again, and nice to see everyone. Great to be part of this amazing event, and congratulations for everything you're doing. The Rabo Ventures, or Rabo Food and Ag Innovation Fund, is a 200 million euro fund investing in ag tech and food tech startups in North America, Europe, and Israel. We invest into Series A and B companies, usually growth stage, ticket size between 2 million euro up to 6 million euro. That's the initial size that we're doing, and any ag tech, food tech companies out there, feel free to reach out, and looking forward to a great event today.
We do too. Interesting what will change in the next second batch. And please welcome Ana Mauri Aguilar, a wonderful judge representing Mexico. Ana is a VC investor at AC Ventures. Hello, Ana.
Hello, Anna. Thank you for the invitation again. It's been really a pleasure to meet all the the judges in all the startups in every event you have. So we are a corporate VC based in Mexico City, sponsored by a company named Arca Continental. Arca is a Coca-Cola bottler, so everything that is in our interest is based on the operations of the company. So we invest in 4 verticals, mainly retail tech, fintech, logistics, and supply chain, and also water and plastics. We try to invest in series, I don't know, in companies in series pre-A, series A, and tickets around $500K to $2.5 million. Our scouting is global, and that's the reason this kind of events is super helpful for us, also to meet great startups all around the world.
Wonderful. Enjoy. Source great deals today. And please welcome Kai Groenewald, our friend representing Netherlands. Kai is a founder and principal at Walking Squid BV and investor at Midgame Fund. Hello, Kai, again.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me again. Very excited and happy to be here. I am focused on the games industry primarily. We're approaching about 120 billion revenue worldwide, so it's growing. I'm an angel investor and executive, and I work with companies around the world. I wish everyone good luck and much success. And I've seen the lineup earlier today, and it's really cool to see it again and see how you guys change your pitch.
Yeah, it will be interesting to find out finally who the winner is. I'm also curious. With your help, we'll do so. And let's meet our other official judges. Please meet Nurul Hai, official judge representing Bangladesh. Nurul is a vice president at CEAF. Hello, Nurul.
Hi, Anna. Hello, everyone. Good to see all of you again. I work for SIG. It's a global impact investment private equity firm based in Washington, D.C. And we are investing in different parts of the world, like in Asia, Africa, Latin America, and also some part in the Eastern Europe. So our ticket size usually ranges from between $1 or $2 million. And we provide the growth capital for the development of the companies as a sustainable investment opportunities. So a couple of things I need to highlight since we have wonderful speeches and startups in the line. So if we, in addition to your pitching idea and the products, if we have some idea about your business model and also how you will execute the growth strategies, those will be wonderful. So my best wishes to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nurul. And please meet official judge representing India, Gaurav Shah. He is managing partner at Arieta Ventures. Gaurav, so glad to see you today.
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for the wonderful invitation. Indeed, it's been a wonderful, wonderful season in spite of the odds and fantastic startups from start to the exciting finale tonight, right? Or today. Hello, everyone. This is Gaurav from Arieta Ventures. We work with venture partners and LPs and funds of funds across the globe, sector agnostic, and usually focus on Series C and onwards for these startups as well. Very happy to be here and look forward to listening to all the wonderful startups for the grand finale. My best wishes to everyone.
Welcome, Gaurav. And please meet official judge representing Turkey, Seljuk Ergin. He's managing partner at Boza Ventures. So glad to see you again, Seljuk.
Thank you, Anna. I am
your video is not on. Maybe something interfering.
Okay.
Yes. Oh. Yes, it's on now.
Okay, thank you. I am Selçuk Ergin from Boza as a venture partner. I am working also board member and mentoring some startups, mostly living in Turkey. And we are interested and experienced in gaming, deep tech, Web3, cybersecurity, and SaaS. And good luck to all again. Thank you.
Thank you, Seljuk. And Mary, back to you to represent our other judges.
Thank you, Anna. It's a pleasure for me to welcome our expert board. Among our expert board, there are outstanding personalities of venture world and startup ecosystem. Dear judges, please raise your hand if you want to introduce yourselves. Now the stage is yours, please. Raise hands. Hi, Gary. Good morning.
Hello. It's good to see some familiar faces and friends. My name is Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur investor. I've been involved in 17 startups and 2 unicorns. I was on the original management team at Click Software, which was sold to Salesforce for $1.35 billion, and also Eva.ai, which we sold a few weeks ago. We believe intellectual capacity is evenly spread around the world and opportunities aren't. I'm the CEO, president, and co-founder of GSD, Get Shit Done Venture Studios, premier AI and quantum venture studio. And we love the unicorn battle. We love our friends in the Ukraine, and we're here to support and help. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, very much. And please, Nicholas. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Nicholas here from Blockchain Founders Fund. Pleasure to meet everyone. We're an early stage VC fund focusing on blockchain and Web3 companies globally, ticket size between 100K to 200K. We also run a venture program, and we have an amazing track record in scaling companies in the blockchain space. So I wish everyone good luck and all the best. Thanks.
Thanks for the introduction. And please, Solange.
Hey everybody, my name is Solange. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I represent Startup Grind, the chapter of Buenos Aires. We are now launching our own accelerator, a DAO accelerator. We are searching for startups in every stage. It's not like we are looking for a particular vertical, but it's a really interesting initiative in Silicon Valley, a program of 12 months and the possibility, of course, of investment. So really happy to be here and good luck to everyone.
Thank you very much. Now it's time for Jordan. Hello, Jordan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's always good to see all these wonderful people. I am Jordan Wabe. I am in Silicon Valley, San Jose, managing partner of Silicon Valley Venture Group. Always a pleasure to be here. I want to remind Kelly that Canada is part of North America, and your vote needs to be in the North American continent all the time. We invest in early stage companies, pre-series A, checks between 30 to 300,000 for rounds up to $3 to $5 million. We focus on things that improve the human condition, just like Kelly would. And it's always a pleasure to see all of these wonderful people. I'm not going to mention all the names, but it's going to be sad not to see you for a little bit. So Silicon Valley pilot people, unicorn people, get the thing going again. We're going to miss you. Don't make this the last one for a while. Hurry up and start again. And thank you all for having me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to see you. Thank you. And now, Kai, hello.
Hello, everybody around the world. My name is Kai. I'm a managing partner of True North Impact Investments from Toronto, Canada. We deploy capital about 1 to 3 million ticket size for digital health and wellness companies focused on aging populations, women's health or behavioral health. So looking forward to seeing the startups present. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Michael, hello.
Hello. Thanks for letting me be part of this. I wanted to make sure and thank Anna in particular, and all of you at Unicorn for including my podcast in this. We've had many guests from the Unicorn.Events on the Accelerator podcast, and it really would have been very difficult to get the podcast started without your help, and I'm just really grateful to all of you, and also in a bit of awe of all of you from Ukraine for making it through this far, for pushing, for showing tremendous courage and even bravery in many ways. So thank you so much for all of that.
Thank you very much for your words and for being with us. And dear experts, who else wishes to say something to our community today? Please raise your hands. If no, oh, hi, Gaurav. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be part of this and wish all the best to the participants. Entrepreneurship is very difficult, and I have seen many enterprises very closely. So you are all brave people, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. We are very, very glad that you are all with us. And now let's move to our voting system, which is this season is special. Every participant of our event is able to play a great role in destiny of startups. We have 4 categories, as Anna already told, and the ultimate winner of the Unicorn Cup Spring Season will be the one. To vote, please, could you please switch a slide with voting system? To vote, please.
Mary,
Yeah.
it's Julia.
Yeah, it's my turn. Thank you so much, Mary.
Okay, so the floor is to our wonderful Chief Operating Officer, Julia.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be in with you today. And I would like to remind our esteemed judges and angel investors to evaluate startups. So you all receive the voting link via email. If you have lost it, just text us in chat and our support team will share the link with you. Also, you already know the procedure that each founder will have 3 minutes for pitch and 3 minutes for questions and answers. And before we start the pitch session, I also would like to remind you that we recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting live. And some countries may have restrictions in this regard, so feel free to share this information in a private chat or any other messengers. And I would like to pay attention to founders that you'll have strictly 3 minutes for pitching, and I will be interrupting you in case you'll be out of time. And while answering questions, please be precise and make short answers. So good luck to everyone. And I would like to invite our first startup. It's Diversely.io, runner-up Unicorn Battle Asia Pacific, and our wonderful presenter, Helen. The stage is yours.
Thank you, everybody. So nice to see everybody here. And good morning, good evening. I'm over in the Middle East. My name's Helen Maguire. I'm the CEO of Diversely. We're a UK-based business that helps to improve diversity in the workplace through D&I tech globally. Myself and my co-founder met many years ago working in the D&I space and bonded over the struggles around data and analytics, or the lack of in the D&I space in the workplace. In fact, finding that 85% of companies had put in place D&I practices, but only 20% were achieving their goals. Only 10% had any means to track the progress that they were making. Many were spending time and money on non-scalable D&I events and practices, and there was a huge pressure to deliver on D&I both internally and externally, with 76% of candidates expecting to see D&I at the top of their wish list. We created Diversely, which is a data-driven solution, essentially a D&I platform that helps to track, measure, and attract diverse talent globally. We track across 5 measures, and we also help businesses with inclusive recruitment through automated recruitment tools that help with inclusive communications, broader talent reach, and bias reduction in the recruitment process, helping them to achieve twice as much relevant talent in their candidate pipeline, 70% more diverse candidates, and in half the time and money spent. We're truly global, we're diversity-wide, and we're completely seamless to use. We're data-driven and totally compliant. We track across 5 elements of diversity, and we're easy to use, integrated or cloud-based. You can see some of the systems that we integrate with here. The D&I market, some of you will know, is a huge market, a massively hot topic, growing at 12.6% a year and estimated to be worth over $15 billion in a few years' time. And we've built a $3 million pipeline in just the 6 months that we've been live. You can see some of the 13 businesses we've already onboarded here, along with others in our pipeline. And we expect to reach that level of $1 million by the end of this year. We're at seed stage currently, working with businesses like Cisco, Visa, and McCann, and they love us because of our integrated approach, the fact that we're completely compliant globally, so applicable anywhere in the world, and of course that we're helping them to find more diversity for their pipelines from now over the next few years. So thank you very much. This is us. If you'd like to find out more, please scan the QR code, and very much looking forward to questions.
Thank you so much, Helen, for being time. I see the first question from Alexander.
Hello, really good traction. And can you tell us a bit more about the product, because I just really did not understand what is it?
Yes. So we're a D&I tech platform. Essentially, we revolve around the heart, which is the D&I dashboard, which is completely customizable for businesses. It helps them to track, measure, and improve their diversity across 5 elements. So not just gender, but things like age, sexual orientation, disability, and of course, race and ethnicity. We've then created 3 AI-driven hiring tools that help businesses to reduce bias in the hiring process. So a writing tool that helps them to communicate more inclusively and reduce bias, a job posting tool that connects with over 600 job boards globally to find underrepresented talent groups, and finally, a candidate anonymizer, which means that candidates go on a very inclusive and considered journey with their profiles being anonymized for that first selection round. All of that data is then collected through AI and represented back in the dashboard, which is a live space so businesses can understand exactly how they're doing in terms of reaching their D&I goals.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question from Nurul, please.
Hi, nice presentation. I have 2 questions, couple of questions. One is, how do you actually reduce the bias? So when the employer is making any decision, so how the bias reduction is actually working? This is number 1. And second question is about after the post recruitment, and if you see some of the gender equality aspects like pay equity, then workforce participation, this kind of metrics within your software or in your dashboard. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't get the second question, but the first question in terms of reduction of bias. So that's essentially through the 3 AI-driven tools. The first one was created with the University of Nottingham Centre for Applied Linguistics, based on 5 years worth of job ad bias data globally. And essentially it identifies bias in language and structure within a job ad and communications, and will help you to remove that and replace it with more inclusive communications. That in itself is demonstrated to attract up to 70% more diversity in terms of your candidate pipeline. We also help you broaden your reach, so you're not just posting to, let's say, one job board like LinkedIn, whose algorithm is actually incredibly biased as well. And finally, we reduce bias or completely remove human bias in that initial sourcing round by taking any identifying factors out of a candidate's CV and representing them for their background, their experience, their skills, rather than the school they went to, how old they are, or what their name is. So essentially, we're taking that element of bias out of that initial sourcing round. We don't move beyond sourcing, but we do partner with businesses that help in terms of assessment, selection, and onboarding, for example.
Right.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry for
yeah.
interrupting. We are limited in time, so please proceed in chat. Thank you so much, Helen, for a great presentation.
Thank you, everybody. Good luck, everyone. Thanks.
So I'm inviting our next presenter, startup Cardioma Care, winner of the Unicorn Battle in Central and Eastern Europe, and Ksenia. Are you ready to start?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me today. I'm Ksenia, co-founder and CEO of Cardioma, the solution that can save lives. Cardiovascular disease is still one of the biggest health challenges of our time, and we came up with an idea of Cardioma from personal experience. We wanted to be aware of our parents' health condition. Heart disease remains the #1 killer, and the trend is likely to continue for years as the long-term impact of the coronavirus will directly affect cardiovascular health. Every cardiologist we know says it is necessary to monitor the heart continuously, and every patient in their practices needs continuous monitoring. Cardioma technology, it's an AI-based solution that combines hardware, reusable, waterproof, rechargeable, wearable patch for multiple using. It tracks all main vitals. It's very easy to use and comfortable to wear. You put it on and it immediately starts to track the data. Clinical data goes to the cloud. The proprietary algorithms provide analysis to detect many different kinds of irregular heart rhythms and send real-time feedback for both patient and clinicians. Patient review user-friendly information in the app that supports them in health self-management. Clinicians have access to web-based dashboard for analyzed by AI and presented in real-time patient data. Cardioma is only one who provides real-time monitoring with real-time results, can be integrated in any HR system. It's cost-effective, efficient for clinicians, and user-friendly for patients. We partner with testing facilities and sell directly to hospitals and cardiologists. We provide cardioma patch itself, consumables, clinical analysis of data, and report generation. We bill the practice a fee for these services, and the practice bills the patient insurance for the CPT and reimbursement codes. Cardioma primary operates in the cardiac monitoring device market. The other market segments are cardiac rehabilitation, pre- and post-operative monitoring, and clinical research monitoring. We expand from Netherlands to Germany, UK, Scandinavia, and US. We launched pilot for cardiac rehabilitation in the United States, as well as a project of home-based monitoring of pre-operational patient and study in monitoring of post-COVID patients. Product has passed clinical validation, clinical trials, and certification process. Our company has established serial manufacturing. We have launched sales in Eastern Europe last year, and currently we are looking for late seed round for expanding in Europe and launch in the United States. We are a team of inspiring entrepreneurs, developers, data scientists, and commercial managers with experience in market launch in Europe, Brazil, and US. We are humbled to work with our medical, scientific, and technology advisors. Company backed by health tech accelerators, university medical centers, and grant programs in the United States and Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Ksenia. So, dear judges, it's time for questions. If there is no questions or suggestions.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, I see a question from Jim Thomas.
Yeah, I was hoping, could you talk a little bit more about your competition and how you line up against them?
We are the only one who can provide the real-time monitoring, and we analyze the data with, we can provide long-term monitoring. So the device is rechargeable, so you can monitor patient for long period, and we analyze the data in real time with AI and provide real-time access to data. So the like no other our competitors.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. The next question from Gaurav, please.
Hi, Senya. AliveCore is one of the competitors, right? They are apparently working on a live product as well, real-time monitoring, and they seem to have raised quite a bit of money, lot of money actually, right? How do you break through this market, which is quite taken up by the competition? I believe there are others as well, few startups and few matured ones. How does your product position with all of these guys?
AliveCore they provide like not long-term and not continuous monitoring. It's only event monitoring. So you can monitor your patient only for 30 seconds or 2 minutes, and it's like short, and it's very hard to catch the arrhythmias at that period. We mostly focus on arrhythmia monitoring in to monitor arrhythmias for long term, to see how, for example, the medication affects the arrhythmia treatment, or how, to see the patient condition. You see on this slide the diagnostic yield in arrhythmia detection. We have a highest score because as long as you monitor the patient, you can detect any other cardiac issues or cardiac event.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. We have time for a quick question from Kai Chen, please.
Yeah, hi there. Thanks for the presentation. Have you guys thought of an Apple Watch integration? Because that's there's about 20 million of those really high quality, I think, sensors out there in the wild already. And if I'm not mistaken, compared to your slide, I believe my Apple Watch can also pick up most of the KPIs, if not all of the KPIs you also just mentioned. So have you thought about a software front-end play with the Apple ecosystem?
As I mentioned before about AliveCore, the Apple Watch, iWatch also provide like event monitoring. We mostly focus on to monitor not only health people, but mostly people with already diagnosed cardiac issues.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ksenia. In case some questions you have still, please type them in chat. And I'm inviting our next presenter, Startup Augmentus, winner of the Unicorn Battle in United Kingdom and Europe, Daryl.
Hi, Julia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see your screen. If you're ready, we can start.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for having me here today. My name is Daryl. I'm one of the co-founders of Augmentus, a pioneer in easy and rapid robotic automation. So prior to starting Augmentus, my co-founders and I spent years developing and deploying automation solutions for large multinational companies. And that was when we realized some of the high difficulty and heavy fragmentation that exists in robotics today. So firstly, high expertise is needed to program and operate these industrial robots. Worst case scenario is actually different robot brands have different programming languages. So just because you can program an ABB robot doesn't mean you can program a UR robot. And lastly, is long downtimes. On average, 4 to 6 weeks of downtime is needed to reprogram and operate these robotic systems. And according to Deloitte and McKinsey, close to 70% of the cost of robot ownership lies in programming and integration. And this is a huge problem statement. It's a $20 billion global problem. So that is why my team and I came together to build Augmentus, where we pioneer key technologies around rapid 3D scanning to digitize the environment in seconds, auto-calibration to localize the robot in the 3D scan digital twin environment, auto-path generation to completely eliminate the need for coding and manual teaching in robot path planning, and lastly, robot interoperability. So we completely eliminate the fragmentation that exists in conventional robotics today. So using the Augmentus platform is incredibly simple. You first take our system, which is an iPad with a 3D scanner, and you scan the part to generate a digital twin of the robot cell. After that, you just simply need to select the surface that they would like the robot to operate on and do robot path planning. So for this case, it's a sending application. So you key in certain key process parameters and our system will automatically generate very optimized robot paths for you to simulate. And once you're satisfied with the simulation, you can then deploy the robot script to the robot controller for very immediate and fast deployment. So prior to Augmentus, this process would normally take around 7 days to 10 days, but with Augmentus, the time is drastically shortened to a few minutes. So for this case, it's around 15 minutes. So we are an industry-leading robot engine that's built on years of R&D and also international PCT patents. So we have patents around 3D scanning, intelligent motion planning, AI and machine vision as well to become the easiest and fastest way to program industrial robots. And compared to our competition, we are 20 times faster because of our key technologies around digital twin creation, auto calibration, automated power planning that allows us to take what would normally take 7 to 10 days, will take around 30 minutes using our platform. And we are an enterprise solution with a scalable SaaS model. We charge an annual per robot license. And also the hardware kit is a one-time fee with multiple add-ons as well. So our go-to-market is in 3 key applications, spraying, sanding, and material handling, and is predominantly being used in aerospace, automotive, supply chain industries, which is a huge market opportunity, $7 billion in the APAC region. And we have strong annual recurring revenue growth with an increasing pipeline. We have clients, we have 19 clients with notable names like Fujitsu, Johnson & Johnson, P&G, ST Engineering, and we have a pipeline of around $5 million in annual recurring revenue. And this year, we're projected to hit 1 million ARR as well. So we're looking to raise a Series A round later this year in Q4. So we're hoping to explore synergies with you and your team as well. Thank you so much for today, and join us in pioneering a new era of no-code robotics. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl. I see the first question from Nurul.
Great product, thanks. So I'm really curious to know more about your robotic programmers, maybe their little background and your team size. Thanks.
Sorry, I missed the question. Do you mind repeating it again?
So I'm curious to learn about your robotic programmers, the robotic engineers or programmers who are working with your team. So the tech team I'm interested to learn about. Can you be brief about them? Yeah.
Understand. Yeah. So the co-founders are 3 of us. So Yongshen, Wenfu, and myself. And prior to Augmentus, we actually work in ALTC, which is a research institute based in Singapore that does industrial automation and enterprise projects for companies like Rolls-Royce, Shell, and IGI. So we're actually very familiar with robotics. And also beyond just that, our team of 15 people, actually 12 of them are robotic engineers and developers. We don't have any sales team at the moment, so that's where the Series A round is for. But we do have clients because most of them actually is inbound generated rather than outbound, which to us signifies a very strong product market fit. But with regards to our engineers, they mostly come from some of the robotic OEM companies and so on as well. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
The next question from Gaurav, please.
Could you comment a little bit on the pricing model? This seems like a very new application because it is helping even companies that are unable to move forward with robotics, right? How is your pricing model planned, and how does that align with your growth strategies?
Yes. So actually, we charge the hardware separate from the software. So the hardware kit is a one-time fee, and the software is an annual license per robot. So this scales very nicely when companies have many robots versus companies that have lesser robots. So this is why actually we onboarded around 30 to 40% of our existing clients are SMEs, because a lot of SMEs actually do not have the kind of the resources to buy an upfront payment of around 30-40K. Yeah.
I kind of guess that it's being SMEs, given that it's the target market, which makes sense, a lot of sense, because there the relevance is high. What would be the growth strategy around it to justify the traction and momentum?
Yes. So actually,
it's not easy to make margins through SMEs on these kinds of projects, right? Unless you have volumes of SMEs in different countries and regions. So what would be the growth strategy that would align with the traction?
Yeah. So actually, we have 2 main commercialization routes. So one is land and expand within Marquee. So I believe I shared with you previously in our commercialization slide, we actually have a lot of marquee clients that are with us, aerospace, automotive, and electronics as well. So not just SMEs, MNCs are using our platform today, and there's a huge pipeline for that as well. But beyond just that, we actually work very closely with system integrator partners. So system integrator partners are our go-to market strategy when it comes to SMEs, because they will provide turnkey solutions to their end clients. So that's something that we have seen becoming a very strong traction for us moving down the line, and we intend to scale that early next year as well. So that's our plan for the SME market. Yeah.
One last question.
Sorry, we are out of time, Gaurav.
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
No
Please proceed in chat. Very exciting.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. We are moving forward, and I'm inviting our next startup. look up our winner from the Unicorn Battle in Latin America, Mauricio. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Wonderful. Please share your screen and tell me when you are ready to start. I can't see your screen yet. It seems that we have some technical issues, yeah, with our startup number 4. So let's move to our 5th presenter, and then we'll return to our startup from Latin America. Yeah, thank you. Tokban is our winner of the Unicorn Battle in Asia Pacific.
Yes, thank you for the intro, Julia. Hi, everyone. I'm Jordi, along with Tiffany, the co-founders of Tokban, Indonesia's B2B construction e-commerce platform connecting construction material suppliers with builders. And we're excited to tell you that Tokban's 6 months GMV has reached over $1 million despite launching 8 months ago. Now, let's take a look at the important players in the construction industry. So we have suppliers facing challenges in maintaining inventory level, pricing and market value, and offering payment terms to customers. And on the other side, we have buyers who seek the cheapest one-stop shop that offers payment term. And there are close to 400,000 troubled buyers and suppliers who struggles in operating their businesses, where procurement is a nightmare, where tens of products could lead to thousands of choices to make. Tokban, the only place you can get everything for your inventory and project, aggregating buyers' orders into a one-stop shop solution for materials, getting faster delivery, transparent product quality and pricing, access to selection, and payment terms with suppliers. And over the last 5 years, the Indonesian construction materials market has grown to a $100 billion industry today. Successes in traditional B2B product distribution like FMCG's Gudang Ada yang Ula, agriculture's Eden Farm and Honey Hub, and auto parts AutoClicks are proving that users are ready to buy online, with proven models that can be tailored to Indonesia. Tokban stands out by uniquely solving core problems in the supply chain by providing a one-stop shopping experience, integrated B2B pay later, offering same-day delivery, and frequent price updates. And we monetize by taking up to a 15% margin from sales and a 2.3% from Tokban pay later transaction fee. This enables Tokban to be cash flow positive and expand margins from the sales volume and cash payment discounts, giving us up to a blended 6% margin from our GMV. We deliver orders 4 times faster, offer 10 times more products, and give 20% more income to buyers from the competition, which is why we have an amazing 85% retention rate. The Tokban team brings complementary skill set and network, where myself and Tiffany have a combined 50 years of exposure in construction development and its materials distribution. And our tech team is led by former CTO and tech lead, with a combined 20 years of building products from scratch and scaling up DevOps, with an exit to Australia's Afterpay. Our April GMV has reached over $200,000, and we've partnered with over 100 suppliers to date and have 30 recurring buyers with $700 average order value. And we will continue to grow 10x year on year by supply chain expansion, partnership with principals, launching rewards and loyalty program, and high margin cross sells. And so thank you for your time. If you'd like to learn more about how Tokban revolutionized the construction materials market in Indonesia, please reach out to me.
Thank you, Jordi, for being in time. Dear judges, it's time for questions. Yeah, go, Raf. The first question from you.
Hi, how does Tokban compare with Go Cement and Busy in Indonesia?
It's quite different. So Go Cement in Indonesia does more on producing their own ready-mix cement as an alternative. It is a platform, and they could also offer rental for smaller equipments. And Busy is more of a B2B procurement platform. It's quite different from us because of the target market that we serve, because mainly we support the retailers of building materials and more of an organized contractor for their projects. Tokpan is a neutral sort of marketplace, given it's like being able to host many other brands altogether. Well, say Go Cement would or may have conflict in selling their like other products that may be in the same category.
And is the market big enough in Indonesia to focus, or are you looking to expand outside as well?
Yes, so the Indonesian market is valued over 100 billion US dollars today. And there are other market opportunities that we're looking to also enter, which is in neighboring Southeast Asia countries where we see that they have similar characteristics in terms of mobile penetration, the classes of economics, and more of these like other reasons. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other questions or suggestions? If not, thank you so much, Jordi. And we have...
Here's Mauricio. I was the previous presentation, and once I tried to share my screen, I got out of the Zoom.
Welcome back, Mauricio. So let's try to share screen again.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and presenters mode, please, to see the full screen. Yeah, great. So you can start.
Okay, great. My name is Mauricio Cajiao. I salute you from Bogota, Colombia, South America. And I'm going to present the new way, the revolutionary way of doing market research. Lookup is a company that is born after I worked for more than 20 years in mass consumption companies. I worked as a marketing manager, as a sales manager. And in all these positions, we needed lots of information of our products and services in the market. For example, how my product is exhibited in the point of sale. What's my price? The price of my competition, if I'm available or out of stock. What's the share of market? I mean, we need lots of information. And even though we had access to all the traditional market research companies such as Nielsen and Kantar and all these companies, we were not satisfied with the service they provided for three main reasons. First of all, it was very high in cost. We were paying millions of dollars for this information, which took too much time. We're launching a brand today and we got information in 1-2 months when it was irrelevant. And we didn't get reliable information. From this unfulfilled requirement, we developed Lookup. And what is Lookup? It's a digital platform, it's our own application through which thousands of people, today more than 450,000 people, can submit information and they get a reward, a money reward for this information they are submitting. So let me put an example to show you our business model. Let's say you're going into the grocery store to make your purchases, and you get a text message in your phone, and it says, would you like to earn $5? You say, yeah, okay. So the task will be go to the soda fridge, tell me which of these brands is available, what's the price of each one of them, take a couple of pictures to confirm that information, and that easy, in 1 or 2 minutes, you get your $5 for doing this task. On the other hand, we have our beverage company receiving information from thousands of points of sale throughout all the country, live information at a very low cost and very reliable information because it's coming right from the point of sale and from their same consumers. That's just an example of the business model. But with this business model, which is basically technology and crowdsourcing, we're providing three kinds of services. Point of sale audits. The second one is surveys. We're having the biggest panels in the markets we're at, and trade programs. Okay, these are some of the companies we're already working for. This business model already exists in Europe and in the US, but where we are in Latin America, it's still a very large blue ocean, which we want to be in. I wish I had more time to describe the business model furtherly, but I think I got my 3 minutes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mauricio. Let's reveal details during Q&A. And the first question from Alexander.
Can you tell us about your traction, number of clients, revenue, if you can say?
Okay. We have been in the market since 2018. We're working for an average of 40 large companies such as Unilever, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Procter & Gamble. We were born in Colombia, but we're already launched in Mexico and in Central America. We are having an IRR of $600,000. And our biggest asset, which is our community, is growing very fast. Once we get this momentum, the same community starts bringing more people, and we're having about 500,000 people in our community submitting information.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question from Anna Mauri.
Yes, so I would like to know, how do you acquire the users that are going to be your eyes in every store? And what is the retention rate you have, or what are those things you do to get them retained?
Okay, so for example, let's say we're entering a new market, a new country. The best tool we have to gather this community is digital marketing. I mean, Google Ads, Facebook. This is how we start our community. But once we have a base of community, we have referral programs. So each one of our eyes can invite a friend, and he makes money for every friend he invites. And that exponentially grows the size of our community. Okay, and your second question, how do we retain them? Well, they're making money out of each task they're doing. And each task has a different price depending on how much time and effort you have to spend on doing that task. So people are really willing to make some extra money doing this kind of simple tasks.
Thank you. We still have 35 seconds for the next question and answer. Nurul, it's your chance.
Just a specific one. You said you also collect some images or photos. So do you process it with some kind of artificial intelligence thing? How do you process?
Yes. We have both kind of tasks that are manually made for, especially when there are small projects that do not require that large investment of doing artificial intelligence and image recognitions.
Because it takes a lot of time. Yeah.
Once we have recurring processes, we use artificial intelligence and image recognition. For example, you just get to a store, take a picture, and immediately it recognizes how many SKUs you have of each brand and how many units in the shelf. So yes, we do use artificial intelligence.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have to interrupt you. Thank you for great speech. I'm inviting our next presenter. It's Startup Ulis, our winner from the Unicorn Battle in Latin America. Thomas, are you with us?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Have you ever taken an Uber in Latin America? There are 65% chances that the driver was not the owner of the car. There are more than 2.5 million drivers that work full-time with mobility apps. And 92% of those who do not own a car, they don't have access to credit at all. That's why we provide loans for mobility gig workers using their driving history as a credit score. The drivers download our application, they connect to their favorite mobility apps via API, and they get a credit offer that can be activated paperless and in a few seconds. We provide microloans, consumer loans, and rent-to-own car loans that allow the driver to become an owner. Microloans are offered at the 0% interest rate under a weekly subscription fee. And major loans are offered through a traditional interest model. The global market is huge and keeps growing. In Latin America, the gig economy generates $110 billion with a growth rate of 30%. We work with transport-based services that is an $84 billion opportunity. Uber Money and similar solutions, they lack our multi-app approach. We have our own behavioral scoring engine in comparison to fintech companies aiming at the gig economy. Rental companies, on the other hand, do not generate the sense of ownership that allows the drivers to increase their earnings by 50%. And similar startups do not have our scoring engine and do not implement our unique risk mitigation strategies. That's how we're different from our competition. We have launched in Argentina, and we have issued almost 200 loans for more than 70 drivers. We are growing our users through a member get a member strategy and lending more money each month. We are tech co-founders and second-time entrepreneurs. We have an amazing team with experience in startups, finance, and product development. In 18 days from now, we will be launching in Chile to foster the financial inclusion for 20,000 drivers. And let me tell you that this is just the beginning. We will become the mobility super bank for more than 8.5 million gig workers in Latin America. Want to join us? And remember, next time you get an Uber in Latam, don't forget to congratulate the new owner. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being in time. Dear judges, do you have any questions or suggestions? Yeah, I see a question from Jim Thomas, please.
Can you talk just a little bit more about the revenue model and the customer acquisition costs?
Yeah, thank you for your question. Actually, we generate revenue through two different ways. One is a subscription that they pay. Basically, the driver generates the cost of the subscription in 10 minutes of work. So it's really accessible for them, and they can access the loans at the 0% interest rate. Consumer loan and car loan, they have the traditional interest rate model, but we are aiming for financial inclusion. So our rates are inclusive. We are 50% below any other fintech interest rate in Argentina or in Chile. And the way we get users is through a member get a member strategy, because our users are concerned about trust. They have to put their credentials in our application. So basically what we have found out is that if they get a peer review, the conversion rate goes up to 90%. So this is the way that we're going to get users, and this is how we're boosting our user acquisition strategy. The referral program works automatically in the application. They generate the code, they invite the driver, and it's really fast and really quick.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. And the next question from Nurul Hai, please.
So this is a great inclusion.
Thank you.
My question is on the security or collateral part. So on your collection and recovery strategy, how you ensure some sort of security or collateral thing if a certain percentage of people fails to pay?
Okay, you kind of cut out in the middle, but what we do in Argentina, we provide them with a virtual account. We are a wallet. So basically what we do is we run a process every 15 seconds to collect whatever payment pending they have. So basically whenever they get their earnings into the virtual account, every 15 seconds we check and we take whatever they owe us. And in other countries like Chile and Mexico, we are connecting through open banking strategy. So basically, we connect with the favorite bank account of the driver in another bank. And our risk mitigation strategy is based in our scoring engine and then in the fleet management model. That basically it's a model that we use for major loans. That the difference is that instead of the Uber paying the driver directly, they pay to us as a fleet manager. And we intercede the payment and we deduct whatever installment they have pending. So basically that allows us to have a tendency to zero default.
Right. And my question was actually whether the vehicle is mortgaged or not.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Whether the vehicle, the transport, the vehicle is mortgaged or not. Can you get my question?
No, sorry.
Okay, I will send.
Can you rephrase it?
I'm sorry, guys, we are limited in time.
Okay,
So
sorry
maybe
for that, but we can
it's
chat.
an option, yeah, to ask your question in chat. Gaurav, I'm so sorry. We have to move on. Thank you, Thomas. So due to technical issues, we have to skip Startup Zerover. And I'm inviting on stage Startup Virbe, runner-up from the Unicorn Battle Central and Eastern Europe, Chris. I see your screen. Yeah,
can you hear me
I see
already
your deck.
also?
Yeah, wonderful.
Perfect.
So we can start.
Yeah, so hello everyone, my name is Chris. I'm a founder and CEO at Verb, a virtual being framework for autonomous customer experience of the future. Before I continue, I would like you to meet someone.
Hey, I'm Chris, a virtual being made in our CEO image. Internet users are bombarded with textual information, and businesses have less than 8 seconds to attract customers' attention. Only 10% of the information is retained when read, compared to 95% when watched in the video. Essentially, today's flat interfaces are not enough to keep users engaged. Brands struggle to provide an engaging human-like communication at scale. Data show that due to poor customer service, US companies lose a total of $1.6 trillion.
So what is the customer interface of the future? And the missing link in an automated communication is a virtual being, a universal interface everyone learns since birth. That's why we created Verb Hub, a task platform when essentially anyone can transform their brand into an interactive virtual being. And with our approach, you create it once and then you deploy it anywhere you want, including online, so websites, desktop and mobile apps, offline, so digital signage and kiosk devices, as well as any virtual world of the upcoming metaverse. And with our technology, you can create a seamless omnichannel customer experience that works 24/7. And we are already integrated with most popular avatar creation frameworks, including Ready Player Me and Unreal Engine MetaHumans, as well as conversational AI frameworks like Google Dialogflow, Microsoft Bot Framework, Raza, or BotPress. On top of that, we provide SDKs and pre-built applications to make it easier to deploy to existing solutions. When it comes to business model, it consists of three main channels. So first one is direct B2B, where we equip small, medium brands with built-in editor to create guided conversational. Second one is through partners, such as chatbot product marketing agencies, and they are the ones reselling the technology and building end-to-end solutions. And sometimes we do a little bit of enterprise projects ourselves. We signed up almost 200 users already this year. We have more than 10 partners willing to resell the technology all around the world, including Europe, Canada, Japan, and Korea. And this is a huge challenge to introduce a new interface and become a leading standard for creating autonomous challenges. That's why we focus on those partners, because together with them, we can educate the market. And essentially, all of us have to build an enterprise case study portfolio to showcase what's possible with virtual beings. The market is already huge. The conversational AI is already well established when it comes to digital human avatar market and metaverse. Those are growing more than 45% year over year. And especially the latter is supposed to be $1.5 trillion market by 2029. When it comes to competition, we try to bet on interoperability. So for us, agencies are potential partners and frameworks are complementary technology, which is already part of our tech stack or might be in the future. That makes us the most versatile, cost-effective cloud-based solution for creating virtual beings. We like to call ourselves a WordPress for brands to become a metaverse ready. And with our technology, what used to take months can be achieved in a matter of minutes. Our core team consists of 5, but we have a network of freelancers which we work on a project by project basis. If you want to see the interactive version of this deck, the one that you see in the beginning, you can scan this QR code. And that's all. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's time for questions and answers. Alexander, the first question from you, please.
Yes. So, can you maybe tell us once more about your traction? I really did not catch it.
Just let me go back a bit. Yeah, so the traction, so we currently have people that sign up to our platform. Those are almost 200 unique accounts. But currently we are soft launching the product, so we only focus on partners because they have the necessary skills to build end-to-end solutions. We are now launching a mobile app, pre-built mobile app, as well as kiosk device. That's the one that you see before. This will be something that essentially will open up our B2B to more to other like direct small medium businesses as well as marketing agencies. So that's how it is right now. And we do have a little bit of enterprise projects, which are a little bit distracting but necessary, as mentioned, to actually build up the portfolio.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question from Kelly.
Can you please elaborate your competitive advantages a little bit? As you know, the Soul Machines actually acquired another round of funding, about $135 million led by SoftBank. So what exactly is your competitive advantage?
Yeah, so Soul Machines is similar to Unique in the sense they use deepfake for creating video sequences. In our case, we do render the avatars. So in their case, it's hard to actually launch it in, for instance, inside of VR or AR experiences. With our technology, you can incorporate virtual being as a part of this kind of experiences. So Unique works well for digital signage or websites where you just stream the video. But if you want to do it as a part of an experience on those new immersive technologies, it will be hard to do to get enough immersiveness from it.
Great, thank you. All the best.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. If there is, I see a question from Gaurav, please.
I see some overlapping synergies between quantum capture and Rappo, right? Do you have any competitive advantages besides Kelly mentioned about Unique, right? Which is fast gaining traction and funding both, right? But how would you compare or how would you differentiate yourself from quantum capture and Rappo, which are equally very enterprising?
So in our case, we want to basically be more interoperable from, at least from what we see from their activities. So we bet more on chatbot framework integrations rather than we build conversational AI currently ourselves, which is obviously also on the roadmap, but it's a huge challenge and huge money needs to be invested into that. So that's why we, like in our case, the partners approach is really important.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We are moving to our next predator, startup RideLink, the winner of the Unicorn Battle in Middle East and Africa. Daniel, are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Let me just share my screen.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, and the presenter's mode, please, to see it in the full screen.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Daniel Kisa from Uganda, and I'm the CEO and co-founder at RideLink. I'm super excited to be here. So what is RideLink? Yeah, so RideLink is Africa's #1 logistics partner for small and medium businesses. We are purely in logistics, but why logistics really? So to give it a bit of perspective, any business that is not in Africa, for every dollar they spend, about 20 cents or less is spent on transport. Now, this is not the case for Africa. In Africa, this could be, you could spend double the amount that others spend but to get perspective, for every dollar spent, 40 cents is spent on transport. The resultant effect is that most small businesses do not scale. They retain very minimal profit. And even when they're selling their products, they are very expensive, so they can't compete on the global market. What do we think is the solution? So RideLink was born out of that need. We wanted to bring down that cost so we can give a chance to small businesses to as well, benefit from economies of scale and things like that. So with our AI-powered technology, with big data and machine learning, we created a platform that connects small businesses to truck drivers. And our platform as well looks at everyone involved in the supply chain. So you have the shippers, you have the truckers and the businesses. And on this platform, they all get access to this information, which gradually helps avoid the inefficiencies in the ecosystem. And the resultant effect is a reduction in cost. What have we been up to as a business? So we started back in 2017. And in our aim to reduce the cost of transport for small businesses, we've been able to do 86,000 trips over those couple of years. And we've moved about 2.6 million tons of cargo. And we've served 2,000 small businesses in 7 different countries. Now, in 4 of these countries, we have a first mover advantage. And the big win for us is the fact that for the businesses we've worked with, we've been able to reduce their cost of transport by 29.8%. I think that's a very big one for them. Our model is very simple. So we charge a 15% commission on all completed trips. What does the future look like for us as RideLink? So as a company, we envision that in the next 5 years, we want to connect 10 million small businesses to at least access to 1 million plus drivers at any one given time. We are looking to do partnerships with EVs, partnerships with different organizations, and helping steer this goal forward. So if there is anyone that is interested in helping democratize logistics, not just in Africa, but around the world using AI and machine learning, please welcome and join us on this journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel. You just finished when I was ringing my bell. So dear judges, it's time for questions. Yeah, Alexander.
Can you show and comment your traction slide? We just skip it very fast. And the next slide is revenue. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question from Nurul. Hi, please.
Yeah, a very interesting solution indeed. So my question is, you talked about the inefficiency part. So maybe the more utilization of the trucks. So can you tell us about the number over the last 1 year? What percentage of increase you have seen in terms of more utilization of the trucks for the SMEs? And my second question is in terms of cost. I missed that. What percentage of cost actually SMEs are savings? So you are targeting a large portion of SMEs in the next 5 years or so, but how much they are actually saving right now using your solution? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Could you just pardon me on the first question? I got the second one, but just the first one, please.
So first question is about the utilization of trucks, the vehicles. So you talked about the inefficiency part, which you are reducing. So I wanted to know about the utilization, like how much you're reducing the inefficiency, like more utilization of the trucks, since these are more utilized within the time. And if you get my point.
Yes. Okay, thank you. With truck utilization, so before RideLink, a truck made a trip from A to B and it came back empty and looked for the next business. With RideLink, we use route optimization to make sure that even when there is meant to be empty haulage, we utilize that. So our technology is made in such a way that it utilizes empty haulage and notifies is able to notify any customer that there is empty space on this particular truck, so you can load it with cargo. On the issue of cost, so we have so far worked with 2,000 small businesses within about 7 countries. And for those, we've reduced their cost by 29.8%. Well, this is just day one for us. We want to be able to bring down the cost by half, but to date, we've been able to do it at 29.8. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we have to move on. Thank you, Daniel. And I'm inviting our next presenter, a startup BioTrillion, our winner from the Unicorn Battle in North America. Savan, are you ready?
I'm ready. Good morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone from the USA. My name is Savan Devani, founder and CEO at BioTrillion, and we are a deep tech digital health startup focused on the massive problem of late disease detections and expensive drug development. Let's see how. Our focus innovatively combines 3 powerful domains with no new hardware required. True digital scalability, starting with the smartphone, already sitting in over 3 billion people's pockets, especially its yearly advancing cameras. AI-based computer vision to train that smartphone to see millimeter and millisecond details that we humans cannot. And of course, anatomy, specifically your eyes and face, which naturally interact with the camera every time you look at your phone, creating a potential medical observation opportunity that already occurs 100 times a day rather than once a year. So what if the smartphone already sitting in your pocket, or rather 3 billion pockets, could measure signs of multiple potential diseases from just a 5-second healthy selfie? Your eyes and face contain more insights into your health than any other visible area on your body. And when were yours last measured? BioTrillion has now developed a portfolio of 5 medical expired digital biomarkers to provide insights into your 3 most vital organs in the body. The heart, with our face-derived heart rate, the lung with our face-derived blood oxygen, and the brain with pupil reflex, eye tremor, and hand tremor. We believe that finally being able to measure the health of these 3 vital systems only from a smartphone represent a true digital health trifecta. Here's a very quick demo of our MVP app on a simple iPhone camera measuring all of our digital biomarkers in parallel from a single healthy selfie video. You'll soon see heart rate, takes a couple seconds, there we go. So as you guys know, healthcare is a $7 trillion per year global market, and you'll see that our BioEngine technology platform is a true platform, and its ability to vertically scale up the entire industry's stack of stakeholders. Pharma companies for decentralized trials and accelerated drug development, physician providers, for example, remote telehealth 2.0, disease detection and monitoring, and insurance payers for earlier disease detection and reduced risk. And why now? Because today's smartphone camera hardware represents one of the single most under-leveraged opportunities in consumer health. The smartphone industry and large tech are looking for that next killer application beyond photography or Face ID for far more compelling value proposition to continue upgrading to new phones with better cameras. We believe that killer app is health. We've assembled a multi-domain team from life data and computer sciences backgrounds, my background, 2 degrees in bioengineering, followed by 12 years in life sciences investment banking, focused on drug device and diagnostic technologies. And like our team, we also believe in having investors who bring resources from across health and tech, and we've raised $2.2 million in our seed round from respected investors. And lastly, take a moment to think about how today's healthcare system attempts to measure your health for you, and how you by yourself could do so in the near future. After all, no one will care more for your health than yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Savan. I see the first question from Alexander.
Yes. Thanks a lot for presentation. Interesting idea. But can you tell me, do you have an application? Because I was trying to find it in the Google Play. I didn't.
Right. So, you know, we're building vertically, horizontally in terms of the number of potential biomarkers, then going deeper to specific diseases. We've made a strategic decision to do that by focusing on systems, because I believe this is a truly land grab opportunity for the future. For a specific disease, we've been focusing on Alzheimer's as our indication for various factors, market size reasons, sensitivity, accuracy, but it goes well beyond just Alzheimer's.
Probably you did not understand my question. Do you have an application for smartphones? I mean, I was trying to find.
Sorry, yes. We've developed an MVP app, which you'll see here, and it's still pre-commercial. We have a couple months left to really finish up.
Okay, I see. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you so much. The next question from Jim Thomas, please.
Yeah, could you talk a little bit more about user acquisition and then I guess a product roadmap of what you hope to, I guess from an aspirational perspective, what other things do you hope to diagnose in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll sort of use our go-to-market as a guide for the answer there. We right now, since we're targeting 3 main physiologic systems with a particular focus in neurology, that's where most of our applications initially will come. So we have Alzheimer's, and as an example, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's are both forms of dementia, which we can measure through the pupil reflex. But then when you add in our hand tremor, you can now stratify between those two. And so it becomes a branch of more and more applications. And we actually believe that for consumers to use this on their own will be the last phase of our go-to-market, because that's when you want to go pre-diagnostic, that's when you really want to be at your highest validation level. But we can still use our technology for applications, for example, pharma beforehand, that are exploratory in their research endpoints that they use.
And so for a B2C, that would be just a monthly subscription?
Yes, so we, depending on which industry we're working with, we actually have a very simple model, I would say. It's a per scan, so use an example, $1 per biomarker per scan, a SaaS per month, where we really encourage unlimited usage. Obviously, that helps us because we use AI. Federated learning can help us increase our accuracy that way. And then on a limited case basis, a per license, which would be for a finite period. It would likely be an exclusive for a smaller niche market, but a finite period.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. And sorry, we have no time for questions, Kai. I'm so sorry. We have moved on. Thank you, Savan. And I'm inviting the next startup, our 11th participant, Lustig, runner-up of Unicorn Battle Asia Pacific. Sayed, are you ready?
Hey, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Ali, as in Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. And we are
yes, sorry, sorry for this, because I had information that you have changed the presenter, but never mind. So if you're ready to start, please.
Hi, again, thank you. Basically, one of the silver lining with regards to the pandemic has been the faster adoption of e-commerce, in particular cross-border e-commerce, due to the close borders situation. Euromonitor expect by 2030 cross-border e-commerce to be a $1 to $2 trillion market, with, interestingly enough, 60% from, to, and intra-Asia Pacific. This has resulted to impact the logistics industry with regards to meeting these demands, purely because people are seeking alternative other than the likes of FedEx, UPS, and DHL, whose service price is very high. So many logistics companies are now looking ways to develop their network in the fastest and least period, and also more importantly, understanding cross-border e-commerce duties and tax. So the challenges that logistics companies now face is in terms of time and resources to develop the network and the system, inefficiency and the lack of transparency and of understanding understanding duties and tax for cross-border e-commerce. So what logistics is pretty much we address this market. Logistics is a B2B SaaS unified API platform, whereby we bring everybody together. We have onboarded close to 90 network partners in terms of first mile, custom clearance, and last mile in 14 different countries, and have through our platform created 182 cross-border lanes that our client now, through one single unified API connection to us, can design the entire e-commerce supply chain with 100% control of who they want to work with and 100% control on the rates. So typically, prior to logistics and all, logistics companies such as AJNE will take pretty much 3 to 6 months just to onboard one network partner in one country accordingly. However, through logistics now, with one connection within 1 week, they can be connected to all 90 network partners in all 14 countries and develop close to 150 over cross-border lanes through our platform accordingly. So basically, through the logistics platform, as of now, we have already 18 active clients. Our clients have reported an 80% reduction in terms of operations and technology man hours, because they don't need to find network partners anymore or develop multiple APIs. In terms of cost saving, they achieve 30% cost saving as compared to using a DHL or a FedEx. But more importantly, our network partner has gained a 26% increase of revenue. Through our platform also, our clients achieve a network multiplier effect, purely because with the same network connection, now we are in 14 countries. When we grow it to 20 countries with 150 partners by Q3, the same connection, they will enjoy increase in capability without developing any more connection. We are moving the logistics industry from a competitive to a collaborative, because we force everybody to work together within the platform. But more importantly, we are trying to reduce the CO2 emission via the what we call the industry crowdsourcing method. In summary, what logistics does is...
for interrupting time.
Correct. But basically, last sentence, logistics, basically, we help people create e-commerce cross-border as easy as playing Lego blocks. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Dear judges, please ask your questions. So if there is nobody want to ask question or give suggestion, thank you so much. Maybe everything is clear. In case, dear judges, you have questions, feel free to text them directly to the founder. Thank you so much for the pitch. And I'm inviting our next presenter, Startup Abby by GoGoTech, the winner of Unicorn Battle in Asia Pacific. John, are you ready?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Hope you can hear me and see my slides.
Yeah, everything seems fine. So you can start.
Great. Okay, so using wheelchairs on and off since 1985, I know firsthand the strength required to use manual wheelchairs independently. But sadly, last year, only 1 million powered wheelchairs and 1 million 3- and 4-wheel mobility scooters, the motorized alternatives, were produced for a global market of over 200 million adults with reduced mobility. The scarcity is a tragedy, but it's also a big opportunity. That's why we created Abby. What's worse is those 2 million devices were sold for almost $7 billion through third-party insurance payers in only mostly developed countries, but intended for use by just a tiny fraction of the addressable market. Combined, these two devices types as a category are worth $4 billion today, but that's expected to more than triple in just the next few years due to the massive unmet need, advances in lithium battery and brushless motor technology, and finally, a halo effect from mass production of bikes, cars, skateboards, and two-wheel scooters. Competitively, like the mobility scooters can cost $900 to a few thousand, but they're unstable, difficult to use in an indoor home use setting. Anything with handlebars can't really be maneuvered. The powered wheelchairs are great, but you need an expensive vehicle to transport them. They weigh hundreds of pounds and can cost tens of thousands of dollars. And they still lack smart technology like cameras and sensors for safety and other more sophisticated applications. There are some great power add-on kit solutions, but they're expensive. Some higher end four-wheel scooters are pretty nice, and even six-figure exoskeletons. But our view is that the incumbent industry has failed to provide anything other than low function or high-priced solutions. And that means there's a great opportunity for new and better products. So let's meet Abby. Abby is loaded with advanced features, will be easy to purchase online with buy now, pay later financing for around $3,000. And connectivity makes Abby a platform, not just a better, more affordable powered wheelchair. And we've bootstrapped from a concept right through initial production, so the molds and tooling are done. We did a very short 6-week pre-launch campaign, generated dozens of pre-orders and deposits, and a wait list of over 1,000 customers. And that validated demand and product fit, but most importantly, proved that people are willing to pay out of pocket for new and better products. My co-founder was from Singularity University. I have a team in Shenzhen that's built battery electrics for years, and I'm an experienced software founder. So if you believe, as we do, that powered mobility can't remain a privilege for only the wealthy and the well-insured, we'd love to talk. Thanks.
Thank you so much, John. Great speech. I see the first question from Gaurav, please.
Hi, how did you achieve low cost, whereas you have been able to maintain the high feature list?
Yeah, so we developed our own, so we're not like buying and recycling. So we developed our own PCBs and electronics and did all the design ourselves from scratch. And yeah, I mean, it's commoditized brushless motors and controllers. So you basically, these things don't need to be that expensive. The business model is part of the problem. And so we're disrupting that with the way we built it and the way we're launching direct to consumer.
Thank you so much. Just a moment. The next question from Augusto.
Hi, congratulations for the idea and for the product. I'm wondering your growth strategy. Are you planning to begin where and expand when?
So we're launching in, well, we're going to be global. We're launching in the US, which is 35% of that $7 billion market. And then we're going to, once we have a working formula, move into other English speaking and then rest of developed world. But ultimately, our goal is really to have impact and make the product available worldwide for as low as cost as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next question from Michael Conniff, please.
Yes, hi. Just my hats off to you. Are you a veteran?
No, I'm not, but I had a bad motorcycle accident 35 years ago. I can actually walk around. I have a prosthetic on my left leg, but yeah, I was a software guy who used a wheelchair. And after an exit a few years ago, took this project on.
And is there a play with the veterans, with the VA,
Sure, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I mean, right now we're raising working capital for initial production. Molds and tooling are done, but yeah, I mean, we will in our pre-order customer set, we actually have 2 veterans. So yeah, we're going to develop specific communities as we go. But because we are direct to consumer, we'll probably have marketing affiliations and affiliate programs to maybe target advocacy groups. But we're going to try to keep the middlemen to a minimum to keep our price as low as possible.
And I just wanted you finally to comment on this idea of wheelchair as platform, or have you given thought to, I wish I could have seen more about that, this idea that it's, it's not just a thing you roll around in, it's a kind of a way you live your life. And
Sure. So Abby has cameras, sensors, speakers, and sound. So we can, for age tech, loneliness, right? Abby can be, it's cloud connected, can be a font for other, either age tech or other solutions for the end user.
Thank you very much, and best of luck to you.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you so much. Thank you, John. Gaurav, I'm sorry we have moved on. And I'm inviting our next presenter, Startup CrossSync, runner-up from Unicorn Battle Asia Pacific. Yuma, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you see my slide clearly, and am I hear my voice?
Yeah, I can see your screen share and yourself as well. So if you're ready, you can start.
Okay. So hi, my name is Yu. I'm the CSO at CrossSync, an AI and medtech startup from Japan. Most people are surprised to learn the fact shown in this slide, but it's true. In the fact, in the US, medical error is the 3rd leading cause of patient death. Let's unpack why medical accidents happen. One is the lack of patient management by specialists. In Japan, only 30%, and in the US, less than 15% of ICUs are staffed by full-time specialists. Next, our analysis of the causes of medical incidents reveals that many of them are caused by errors in information sharing. Insufficient patient monitoring is another major issue. For example, self-extubation of tubes or catheters tripled in the isolation ward for COVID-19 patients. That's why we developed this critical care monitoring application called IPSEN. Vital signs and patient images collected in real time from external devices, and IPSEN can also calculate risk scores for patient stability and analyze image of patient facial expression and body movements to determine the level of consciousness and detect delirium at an early stage. Our primary advantage is the patented AI models for patient stability estimation. Unlike other competitors, we are able to provide a comprehensive stability estimation that includes vital signs related to the patient's central nervous system by analyzing live video feeds. Our greatest strength is patented technologies for estimating severity of illness and our access to data for developing this technology. In fact, the access to patient video data is extremely difficult because it's private and requires obtaining patient consent in advance. With this foundation, an ecosystem is being built, and the government has granted about $2 million in research funding since April this year. The market that we can lead through our existing distribution partners are 9 Asian countries, including Japan, the US, and the 5 European countries, which we believe is a very large market in total. The business model is a B2B business targeting acute care hospitals. Our product will be sold as a software license and through ourselves and existing sales partners, including several global medical device manufacturers. We currently have 1 paid user and plan to install our product to another 4 hospitals in Japan and 2 in India and Taiwan over the next 2 years. The executive team consists of a critical care specialist physician, air and the healthcare business experts, and a leading air engineer in Japan. We're currently opening financial round and looking for ecosystem partner, especially for Taiwan and the US market. So if you are interested in our business, please drop me an email or a LinkedIn message. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Yuma, so much for your presentation. Dear judges, any questions or suggestions? Yeah, I see the first question from Gaurav.
Hi, pretty interesting application, yeah. Could you
Thank you.
speak to me a little bit about the traction? You mentioned some of the hospitals that could sign up, but given that this is a supplementary to where the patients are, right, when ICUs and all, the business model isn't exactly going to be a core part of the services, though it has a significant impact, right? But how does this translate into the business model and growth strategy?
Thank you for your question. I think it's is one of the biggest challenges for us, honestly speaking, and we are currently want to look for the global business partner like the medical device manufacturers, because they are already have a lot of the market share in the monitor and the medical ventilators and so on. So we can add on sell our solution, add-on solution. So yeah, that is one of the growth strategy.
And how would the pricing model work, given that the patients could be in and out of the hospitals for a short amount of time, right? What is the pricing strategy here?
The pricing strategy is we are selling our solution as a software license, and we plan to sell our solution as a 1,000 USD for 20 ICU beds per hospital. So if they have the 30 ICU beds, they need to pay the 2,000 USD for a solution.
Per year, per month?
No, per year.
Per year, okay. That helps. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yuma, for your presentation. I see the question from Alexander.
Yes. Did you have some investors before? I mean, not only grants from the government, but some private investors in your company?
Oh, do you mean the listed fund from the government?
If business angel or any VC invested already.
We already have several investors in the financial Series A, and we are currently open the Series B round finance.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm inviting our next presenter, Startup Nayan Technologies, runner-up Unicorn Battle Asia. Karan, I see that you started screen sharing, but I can't see it yet. Yeah, now it's perfect.
Amy Julia, great. Good morning, everyone in the US, and good afternoon in Europe. Very, very happy here to meet you all. I'm Jayant Rathi, I'm the co-founder for Nayan, and I have a quick background about myself. I've lived in the US 11 years, worked with all the major defense suppliers, companies, and this is my third company, Nayan. And I've designed hardware from ground up to space age tech, drones, robotics, cameras, droids, many different things. And now I'm taking all that skill and taking it towards something that I loved all my life. This is to utilize all the tech towards helping people. How do we do it? That's the purpose of the company Nayan. Nayan literally means eyes. So we are a computer vision, artificial intelligence company that uses the power of people's eyes and utilizes something very powerful, which I'll show you shortly. Very quickly about the background, Nayan was formed in 2018. We've been seed invested by BNext from Japan and Singapore. And we've had some very good angel investors, Rajan, who's managing director of Sequoia, and Pradeep, who's CEO of Uber, Taxi for Sure, Raghunandan, and many other people, very reputed people, and we've got a lot of learning. We graduated 2 accelerators and growing stronger. What does Nayan do? Nayan monitors roadways and traffic and infrastructure. What all things it does? It also monitors issues on the roadways, issues in surveillance of cities, anything of a defect infrastructure or anything of a defect in fleets monitoring, we do it. How do we do it? Very, very simple. We have a dedicated AI solution, which is in the palm of your hands. You can download the Nayan application as a crowdsourced worker and leave it on the dashboard of your car. And Nayan picks up things by itself through an AI engine. There are tens of engines on your smartphones and hundreds of them on the cloud. And this is a typical example of behind the scenes video. So you can see a bunch of defects on the cities, bunch of issues. And now let's turn on AI. So that's how AI picks up a lot of different defects, fleets causing issues, illegal parking, issues on the roadways, broken traffic lights, people, garbage, infrastructure, anything and everything that is a data point problem, a complex AI problem, we solve it. Our background is extremely strong in AI. How do we go forward? Let's take it forward. All the data that we collect goes on a map and then dispersed to various agencies, government partners, businesses for advertising, business development, and it's done 24/7. How the inspiration came up? Inspiration came up from my background. I became an Uber driver between my second company and the third. And I lived on the streets for 16, 18 hours a day and I drove like crazy. And I knew that there's a power on the field. And so from one Uber driver, we got hundreds of drivers on the field, collecting information using AI, fully self-trained, deployed on the field, and gets improved every day. We have 100 plus patent pending, 70 plus patent filed and approved. Multiples in the US and Canada. It's a deep tech AI, self-learning tech. We're targeting a $3 trillion TAM with a $250 billion achievable market, but the niche market is a hyper-local service market for around $75 billion. And revenues are actually pretty strong. We booked 3 million last year. We are aiming to book around 8.8 this year and should even go stronger, much more. A lot of interest, a lot of government partners, a lot of big brands that we're signing up one by one. With our initial interaction, we've actually started developing a dash cam. This will be launched in the market very soon. It's our own design and my background in hardware. We're going to make a really amazing design and launch it very soon on Kickstarter as well. So you can buy one as well. We've got the power of women. So Nayan is an impact company. Most of our workers, 99% are women, and they're underprivileged in Africa, in Asia, India, and all the suburbs. We use their power to fuel our AI and to fuel our captures. I'm very proud of it. Thank you so much for listening. Go power to women.
Thank you so much. We are limited in time for questions and answers. So the first question from Gaurav.
Hi, Nayan. Great stuff. 2 questions quickly. What's your revenue model? And second, what's the incentive for someone to use this tech in his or her car if they are private owners and they are owning their car privately?
So the revenue model focuses on collecting information dedicated to a customer. So if you're a fleet and you want to know eyes on the road, what your fleet is doing, how it's damaged, it's not damaged, is it driving fast, is it driving bad? We monitor fleets of every kind, FedEx, Uber, DHL, and we charge them about a minimum of $1,500 a month. And we capture hundreds of vehicles and give the statistics and health back to the companies. And same for infrastructure, we monitor things which are relevant to governments and smart cities, potholes, garbage, issues. Similar for advertising, we are literally, if you go on Nayan.co, there's a Nayan search bar. You can search for anything you like, any brand you like. All the brands are tabulated and searched. You can look, it's a public platform free to use. And why people use the platform? Very, very simple. They get incentivized similar to Pokemon Go. For every Pokemon they find on the road, they get incentivized, and they're actually very addicting. Once you start playing it, it's actually very fascinating.
Thank you so much. We have to finish. Thank you, Karan. And I'm inviting our next presenter, Startup Proven Med, the winner of the Unicorn Battle in Middle East and Africa. Suhail, are you with us? Yeah, I see your screen. Yeah. You can start if you're ready.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, very good, thank you. Hello, our friend Omar has been suffering from urinary incontinence, the loss of urine control for more than a decade. This translated in an overall decrease in quality of life, psychological distress, and most of all, tract infections. Omar tested all existing solutions in the market. Adult diapers, uncomfortable, they bring isolation, skin rash, and urinary tract infections. He tested condom catheters, inconvenient and expensive. They bring also skin irritation and tract infections, and indwelling catheters, and extremely painful. We at ProvenMed came up with that great innovation, ActiveGo. An external catheter made of biomedical silicone will capture urine and take it down to a collector. ActiveGo is 100% comfortable. It's infection preventive as it's the only product on the market that integrates a washing system, and it's cost effective as it is reusable. Looking at the market size, total available market is $31 billion, serviceable available market is $28 billion, and serviceable obtainable market is $237 million. We do outsource manufacturing to China, Japan, and South Korea, and we sell through our medical devices distributors to nursing homes, pharmacy chains, elderly care stores, and hospitals, and we have a markup of 102%. My name is Suhail Gesum. I'm the CEO and co-founder. I hold a master in mathematics and an MBA. I'm a serial entrepreneur who created and exited successfully 2 companies before. My partner and co-founder, Amin Stali, is the CTO. He holds a master in mechanical engineering. He's also a serial entrepreneur who created and exited successfully 3 businesses before. And Professor Nidal holds a PhD in nuclear astrophysics. He brings the science part to the company. As said, we launched ActiveGo 2 years ago. We are expecting to launch by September the female version, Comfy, and 2024 we'll be launching the revolutionary product, ActiveGo Smart, which is a connected garment. We are present today in 9 markets, expecting to end this year in 18 markets and 70 markets by 2025. We do have 3 patents, expecting to end the year at 7 patents, and 2025 have 40 patents. We received many recognitions among Abu Dhabi Investment Office, MIT Pan-Arab, among others. We ended 2020 at $160,000, 2021 $450,000, expecting to end this year at $1.2 million, and 2025 at around $100 million with an EBITDA of $58 million. Still, this is less than 0.5% of total market. We don't make adult diapers. We make adults confident. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suhail. Dear judges, I see the first question from Augusto.
Hi, congratulations for your project. And I'm wondering your revenue so far this year.
Yeah, so far this year, we are at around $500,000.
Okay, it's more than last year already.
Yes, it's more than expecting to end this year at 1.2 million, and we think we're going to make it. We are very confident.
Thanks.
So the growth is here.
Thank you so much. Any other questions or suggestions? If not, thank you so much, Suhail, for your presentation.
Thank you.
And we are moving next to our startup, Topia, the winner from the Unicorn Battle in California. And dear judges, I would like to remind you to put marks to all presenters to make our voting system works correctly. Daniel, are you with us?
I am. Hello, everybody. So I am the CEO and co-founder of Topia, and we are a social experience platform where anybody can very easily create their own customizable worlds that are branded however they want, and it's for real-time connection and play. In a Topia world, you just click and you move around, and you're connecting to anybody that's in your proximity. So there can be 1,000 people in a world, but you're connecting to the 9 people that are closest to you, and you can click and move between groups. And that way you can have really intimate conversations just like you have in real life. Focuses on human connection and conversations rather than on avatars. We also have a Web3 utility layer, which we could talk about. And so the best way to actually understand Topia is to go into Topia. And here's just some screenshots of different looking worlds. And if you go to topia.io/welcome, which anybody is welcome to do right now, topia.io/welcome, it's just browser based. Boom, here we are. And you can see these are some people on my team. You can see that, as I move around, I'm connecting to the people that are actually in my proximity. And so if we zoom out, there can be people all over this world and having different conversations, having different experiences. And, it's just like in real life. You only hear and see the people that are actually close to you. You can also embed all sorts of content. So I've embedded this Unicorn Cup stream itself inside of the world so people can come and watch it. And then I embedded the rest of my presentation inside of this asset, which hopefully will open. There we go. So you can see that I can actually access other websites, all sorts of embedded content. Problems that we're solving here are that gatherings online historically don't really resemble the experience of getting together in person. Zoom doesn't provide any kind of context, and only one person at a time can talk. And other metaverse experiences require clunky hardware, VR headsets. They're also just difficult to access. This is a website, it's a URL. And in Topia, it feels more human. You can embed all sorts of content, make it a journey, and it's browser-based, doesn't require any kind of hardware. Importantly, we have a very unique technology that we have a patent pending on. Most other metaverse platforms, including things like Zoom, which is quasi-metaverse, are server-based. So all the audio and video is going through a server. Whenever you think you're just hanging out with your friends, it's actually going through a server. It could be recorded, transcribed, for example, to serve you more targeted ads. Topia's technology is peer-to-peer. It's an end-to-end encrypted tunnel between two people's devices. We're the only ones that have this, and it allows us to scale to thousands of people at a time in a single world, and everything's really private and secure and safe. I'll just skip this slide because I don't have that much time. In terms of revenue, we were really focused on building the product and the technology for our first year and a half. We realized that we had over 3,000 companies a month coming to our site, and we weren't contacting anybody. So we started actually doing distribution about 2 months ago, and we're up to almost 30K of monthly recurring revenue. We have a big pipeline of deals that are coming, including an $85,000 enterprise monthly recurring deal, which is not even included in this chart. And we're expecting to get over $1 million of ARR by the end of the year. In terms of our pricing, we charge based on capacity like a venue. We charge $4 per user capacity for B2B, $1 per user capacity for B2C, and enterprise starts at $20K a month. And this is just an example of how venture capitalists can use this to bring their portcos together. You can have all sorts of different like conventions and conferences in Topia. We also hosted Burning Man with over 20,000 participants, both of the last 2 years, and over 700 community-built worlds with portals from this main world to those worlds. And many of the leading brands and universities and AAA game studios and tech companies are entrusting Topia and using this as both internal virtual working, internal events, external events, demand gen, all sorts of use cases. We're also hosting an event Friday at NFT NYC. And so anybody that is going to be there, feel free to come to the in-person event or drop by the metaverse event. And that's going to be in Regen's NFT. And yeah, I could have done the whole thing inside of just a slide deck, but then you wouldn't understand how you and your portcos can use the metaverse today. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you for such positive mood. Dear judges, any questions or suggestions? So if everything is clear, thank you so much. Yeah, the question from Jim Thomas, please, you're welcome.
Can you talk a little bit more about your ideal demographic?
Yeah, so great question, Jim. We have lots of different people that are using Topia. This is really just one experience type. So what you see in Topia.io is one version of what can be done with this technology. One way to think about this is that we're actually kind of like a metaverse engine. We're a backend connection manager and state manager. And so the reason I point that out is that really we're empowering any tech company, game studio, or really anybody to build their own metaverse ecosystems. And so the ideal demographic for this instance, we're all for communities. We're also being used pretty heavily by sales teams for demand gen, to use this as a way to showcase product demos, bring people, like your SDRs, your website, everybody channeling people into one place where your salespeople are kind of hanging out. So persistent use cases, community spaces, customer communities, prospect communities, and then employee communities.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess that was all that our startups could show. That is wonderful. Thank you, startups. Great pitches, great presentations. And that's, well, it's kind of sad. It's the end of season and I won't see anyone until September. But let's see who the winner is, dear judges. Please look at the lineup of startups. You can change marks if you would like to. If not, please leave them the way they are. And
I just want to say thank you, everybody. Oops,
oh, yeah, well, you have time to say thank you after you'll see marks from the judges. And we will announce who the winner is. We will go revealing category by category. Startups had pitched twice, the first session, the second session, and all the marks will add up. We have 4 categories of voting: guests, business angels, judges, official judges, and then all is summed up. And we have the ultimate winner or winners. Sometimes we have 2. We never had 3. I don't know why. And I guess we are done. While I was talking, I hoped you finished voting. Yeah, my support tells me that everything is fine and we can close the votes. We'll have this one. Yes, Alexander, go ahead.
What about Zero? Is every judge know about this?
Yes, they know that they can look at it. Yes, everything is taken care of. And please put on the music. The end of music means the end of voting. Ta-da! So let's see, how did the guests vote? Who did they like out of all our contestants? And what an interesting result. Okay, let's see, how did business angels vote? I always like when it changes. Lots of fun to see how it is. It's all at our event page. You can see it also with your own eyes. And the judges, expert board, our valuable judges from all over the world have put these startups up front. And before we see the marks official judges had put, let's talk to our official judges, starting with Kelly. Kelly, How is Unicorn Cup different from Unicorn Battles, to your opinion, regarding the startups?
Such a great collection of all the winners. Congratulations to all the startups. You're all winners from different areas. So for today, I have 3 picks. The first pick is Augmenters from Luxembourg, because I see no-code robotics trending and they have a very solid system. It really depends on their B2B channel resources and how fast they can scale. Another pick is TalkBand from Indonesia, and B2B platform for construction materials, because I worked with another similar network in China. It's called the Zhaogang Network. And right now it's a unicorn and with a valuation around $1.8 billion. So definitely they have the market potential. And the last pick for today is Verb from the customer interface for Metaverse. I see the great market potential there, and I worked with Soul Machines. So it's really depend on their go-to-market strategy. All the best to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly, for pointing out really clearly. Nurul, you're from other part of the world. Are your opinion opposite to Kelly's, or do you support her?
Yeah, little different, but I think Augmentus matches, and other, I think, the logistics company RideLink, that has a great feature in terms of SMEs and number of reaches. So addressable market size is very large in Africa, I know. And I also liked Abby. And one interesting thing I see common, the use of technology and advanced AI, artificial intelligence, most of the startups, so which I highly appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you, Nurul. Jim, are you closer to Kelly or to Nurul?
Probably a little bit different. I really like the underlying technology of Topia. I think, bringing people together in community. It's so expensive, and obviously, we use Zoom so much these days, but finding other ways that we can connect without traveling, or be able to connect with diverse groups that we might not have before, I think is very important. I'm also, Augmentus, I think is great. There's been a lot of conversation about, are the robots going to take over, or do robotics and automation actually allow humans to be more productive overall, and actually from that productivity create more jobs and easier jobs? And so big fan of that. But my favorite again is BioTrillion. From the healthcare industry, we have to get in front of what is the standard, I call it the sick care industry. Just in the US alone, we spend over $3 trillion every year from individuals, business, and government, and mostly to help people recover from a serious illness, to recover from a stroke, to recover from cancer, to recover from heart disease. And if people don't recover, obviously that means death. But with the ubiquitous nature of smartphones these days, with global connectivity and ubiquitous smartphones, being able to stay in front of health issues and keep people healthy and keep them out of hospitals and keep them from being patients, I think it's a huge addressable market, and love the direction they're going in. So BioTrillion all the way.
Okay, wonderful. That's very interesting. Kai, you had been at 2 sessions. Thank you so much for such a dedication. And you were not allowed to say who are your favorites after the first session, not to be biased, but did you change your opinion after the second session?
No. Yes, I had a unicorn day. It started at 10 and it's going strong. A really great field today. I mentioned that this morning as well. There's a lot of super interesting projects and companies. There's a couple of them that it's really hard to make a choice. So I'm very hesitant to name some names, but there's 2 that stand out for me personally, which have just a really refined purpose and solution to a very specific problem. One is Abby. Just really opened my eyes that there's a market there. I had no idea. And Augmentus, one of my favorites as well. But there's a lot more. I can't list the whole thing. So good luck to everybody. As said before, you're all winners already. Really, really cool today.
Yes, startups, you are superstars. And I would like to ask Seljuk. Who did you like the most today?
All of them is great. I am close to Kelly. Some of them is dedicated categories. They are very good, but for global projects, it can be changed. Augmentus is one of my favorite. Also Web3, Warp, and Topia, one of months. But okay, all of them is great. Depends on their market, depends on their execution capabilities. So congrats for all of the startups.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Aldo, thank you so much also for waking up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I hope you had a little bit of sleep in between the sessions. And tell us, who did you like the most?
Yes, please. Yeah, I had no opportunity to tell you before, but you mentioned most of the favorites, but there's one not mentioned, is Ulyss. I think we have a big issue with unbanked people here in our region, and this startup is focused in that problem. But you know, there are different areas, and I see a lot of energy in all of you. So just I want to see the result, because you mentioned most of the winners. Thank you.
Yes, I'm also interested in the results. And Gaurav, what does India think about our startups today? And maybe India likes somebody more than others?
Yeah, and I think it was a fantastic presentation from all of the startups, right? Everyone was competitive. They all come from different parts of the world, bring in all innovative ideas. So it was wonderful, and thanks to all the participants. I think my top 3 favorites were Abby, BioTrillion, and Proven Med. You know, if the trajectory for Proven Med goes as planned, which I think is a very blue ocean strategy, it can be a very good investment, plus a good return. And Abby and BioTrillion as well, right? I think they both have very, very good ideas. But out of these 3 excellent pitches that I loved, Proven Med, I think got a little upper hand, and that remains my favorite for tonight.
Thank you, Gaurav, so much. Crazy John, tell us, what do Japanese people think about startups?
Yeah, congratulations to all of you. And I was so impressed to see also Japanese winner. The crossing was really great. And also Abby was really great. And my most favorite one was actually Babu. How can I pronounce it? Babu, is it?
Startup?
Yeah. So the metaverse. So yeah, I think because all of you guys are winners. So thank you so much today.
Thank you, John. Alexander, you heard it all. Did any of the judges influence on your favorites, or you were very strict in your decision?
I really not, because I already voted, so it can be changed.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting that different judges have different opinions, and you know, we can choose and finally choose a winner. So my favorites for today are diversely. I really did not see such kind of ideas before, and I really impressed by the traction that the team has already done. I like Augmentus. We invested already in several no-coding startups, and we see it as a trend. and we like how our previous startups are growing. So I believe that these guys will have success in the future as well. And I like Virbe. It's a early stage startup, but I believe in the market. It seems to me that this market will be huge in the future. And as Don Valentine said once, so we always choose the market, not the great managers. It was really strange, but it's what he said. And, and finally, let me just see who have the best mark for me is Nayan. I believe these guys can solve really a lot of problems on the street. And we saw several startups like this. They're trying to solve the same problems in different ways because infrastructure for many cities is a big problem as well. So this is my 4 choices for this season.
Thank you, Alexandra, for summing it up. And I love you all, dear judges. You are just great because we, as Alexandra said, are able to grasp your expertise, and you have coming from different parts of the world, and it makes us really global. And we are very powerful with you on board and startups. You are really wonderful. If like startups that we all see at our unicorn battles, at our unicorn pitches, at our unicorn cup would succeed and implement all the innovations and solutions they have created, we would live not in the 21st, we would live in the 31st century. All the problems of humanity were solved, and we would be the happiest people on earth. And I truly believe that Unicorn.Events is doing a lot of things to make it happen. Okay, that was my summing up, and let's see how did official judges vote as a group, and then we'll know who the ultimate winner. And official judges have put, wow, do we see this? Oh, wonderful. Startups, you are all winners, as everybody said, and let's see who is the ultimate winner of the Unicorn Cup finals of the spring season 2022. Really hard, really challenging season. Argumentos, congratulations, you did it. Wonderful, congratulations. Come on up, speak up. Give us those emotions that rock the world.
Oh, hi, Anna. Yeah, first of all, I'm Daryl from Augmentus. Thank you so much for supporting us. So yeah, we are still at the early stages. I think we do have some early traction and revenue as well, but really still need the support from everyone. So I'll probably be reaching out to all of you on LinkedIn, connecting with you. So very excited to meet up with you over the next couple of weeks as well. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you.
Thank you for your solution. Wish you all the luck in that. Okay, we have a couple more minutes to go. Everyone is welcome to speak up. Let's summarize the season we have been through. It was really interesting season. I'm really grateful for all your support for coming. Yes, Jim, come on up.
Well, what you guys do is just awesome. And you bring together so many people. You bring light to so many great innovations and so many great entrepreneurs. But the fact that you've done it this year is just amazing. And we say it almost every other week when we get together, but we appreciate you guys so much. But the fact that you've had the tenacity and the strength and the will to do it during this terrible invasion is just very impressive. So hats off to the whole team.
Thank you, Jim. Yes, that's what makes us strong. We believe that we are fighting for our freedom. We are fighting for the opportunity to create, to implement, to develop, to grow, to become better. And that's what all country of Ukraine is opposing right now.
Well, we can't wait for it to for the invasion to be over and for us all to help go back to the country and help rebuild. So,
thank you so much for this. Anyone else?
Yeah, I can say something. How you doing?
Thank you, Gary. Yes, pretty good.
So,
Thank you.
I got to tell you, for the time that it seems like forever now that, I've been coming to the Unicorn events and the battles, but, I echo the sentiment. I mean, you've done an incredible job in the most horrendous situation you can imagine. And you guys are always positive and happy. I mean, I've never, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, you talk about resilience. It's a different level of resilience that I've never seen in my life. So, to go down through and pull it together and bring companies all over the world and not let it impact you, Alexander, all of you, right, are just incredible. And it's just hats off to you. The quality of your companies keep getting better and better and better. And beyond that, you're just really nice people to deal with, just kind and nice people. And, this thing needs to get over sooner than later. And people need to be taught lessons, valuable lessons, to never, ever do it again, because this kind of stuff is why bad situations occur, like World War II, right? You guys it's gotta stop. So we love you. We care about you. You guys you're geniuses, and our hearts and our souls are with you.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. You make me cry. I won't, but thank you so much. It means a lot to us. Thank you. Jordan, you want to say something? You unmuted yourself.
It's always a pleasure. This is my 4th year. When I met you guys 4 years ago, I would have never thought this would be this incredible event. I won't repeat everything about the Ukraine and the hardship you're under, but if you're a startup, if you're an investor, if you're listening, if you're on YouTube, this is the platform to be on, and it shows the strength of this group of people. I've met many of them in person, and also shows the dedication and the strength of the surrounding network. So the world is very small, and you as a startup founder, I urge you, I plead to you, I'm begging you. This is making it to this is great. It's like making it to the World Cup finals. So don't stop. Do not stop. Do not slow down. Keep on going. And thank you all for being such great people and giving the world the better part of yourselves. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jordan, so much. Alexander?
I really don't know what to add in this situation. It was a really long season, unusually long season, and we will not have a summer season because of the situation that appeared. But I hope the autumn season will be even more interesting.
Yes, industry battles that everyone likes.
Yes, and probably we'll see new startups, great startups. And yeah, the market today is really strange, a bit strange. So everybody knows that the stock market fell down, and so we'll see how the next season will be in our community.
Absolutely. So I will see you all online, start in September. Have a good rest in summer. Get a lot of energy and power. And I will see all you nice looking after the summer vacations online. Startups, don't forget to fill in applications. All our events are already posted, and see you all. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Thanks,
Without
Anna.
you,
Thanks, everybody.
it would never be the same. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, everyone. Gary, Alexander, Kelly, everyone.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Bravo, Anna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aldo.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye. Take care.
See you soon.
Take
Bye.
care.
Thank you, Gaia.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. See you.